Welcome back to Mid-Cap Radar. Well, we have a very interesting discussion lined up. Sachin Mehta, Director of Investment Banking at Anand Rathi Advisors, joins us now. They've written a very interesting note as far as the global aviation as well as the aerospace market is concerned. Thank you so much for joining us. First off, Sachin, give us a sense of the opportunities that you're seeing in the global aviation market. How does India fit into the scheme of things?
Yeah, thanks. Good afternoon, Vivek. Thanks for having me here. Look, the global aerospace industry is worth more than $1 trillion. It's one of the largest industries out there, and one of the very few industries where you have a order pipeline which is available for the next 20 years. As you know, that there are more than 42,000 aircrafts which are currently on order, which will be delivered over the next 20 years. So this is a huge TAM to play for several Indian companies who are focused on precision engineering, very specifically within the aerospace and the defense segment. As we are seeing, a lot of Indian companies are rising up to the challenge with the support from the government as well. So I think it makes for a very exciting case for the aviation industry to grow within India as well.
Understood that. Sachin, the other thing which we want to look out is, what is the kind of opportunities, which are the Indian companies, both listed as well as unlisted, that stand to benefit from the increased spends that you're seeing as far as the entire segment is concerned?
Sure. So look, the aerospace industry, and when we specifically talk of the civil aircraft segment, you have various different segments within it. So you start with the aerostructure, which is roughly around 40% of the cost of the aircraft. Within that, you have different components, like you have fuselage, you have landing gear, you have several other things which make up the aircraft minus the engines. Now over there, as you can see, there are several Indian companies who are already making a mark. You have companies like Dynamatic Technologies, Data Patterns, Bemel, Sansera. These are companies on the listed side which have already tied up with some of the large global OEMs and have already become a key link in the global supply chain for them. On the unlisted side as well, there are many other companies like Many Precision, you have Aegis, you have Tata Aerospace, Godrej. These are some of the larger companies who are yet to go public. And, I expect a lot of them to start thinking of going public as well, because this is an industry where, as we see currently, there is tremendous amount of demand and growth is only restricted because of capacity.
Understood that, Sachin. Sachin, the next question is, how do you see the entire MRO market develop as far as India is concerned? Key players there, what kind of order books are they sitting on? What kind of order book growth can you expect them to see?
Yeah, very interesting point, Vivek. MRO market in India is very unique. As of now, 90% of the MRO services in India are outsourced to markets like UAE, Singapore, and even Sri Lanka, right? We have roughly around 713 to 760 commercial aircrafts which are operating in India, and there are around 1,200 more aircrafts which are on order. So 1,200 aircrafts means you have roughly around 2,500 engines which are also on order. Typically, you have a A check, B check, C check, D check in the MRO market. Now, for the more expensive, services like the C check and the D check, almost around 10,000 crore of spending is done by the airlines operating in India, outside India. So that is a huge opportunity. Plus, Indian airlines have, placed large orders for which now it makes a lot of commercial sense for a lot of these OEMs as well as third-party MRO operators to have their presence in India, because now there is a large fleet operating from India. And if you see, government has also, announced 100% FDI in the aircraft MRO sector. They have lowered GST as well. In fact, Safran has announced its largest MRO factory in Hyderabad. This is going to be their largest facility outside the United States. And of course, you have other JVs which have been announced. So Aegis is has already announced setting up of MRO with Magellan Aircraft and so on and so forth. So this is a very large market, first to cater to the opportunity within India. And once you have a good base, you can also attract a lot of foreign airlines to come and do the MRO services in India. In fact, you also have Adani's, who have already announced takeover of Airworks. So you will see a lot of activity in the MRO space as well.
All right, take that point, Sachin. Thank you so much for taking the time out and explaining the sector macro to us. The next time we speak to you, we'll get a little micro and ask you for some of the best ways to play this in the listed space as well. Though, as you spoke, the picks were up for our viewers on the screen itself. Take a short break. Come back.